Picture your plate, piled high with spinach, tomatoes, potatoes, vegetables you've loved and trusted for decades, heroes of health that promise strength and vitality. Now, imagine the sting of betrayal. As you age, these very foods might be quietly turning against you, undermining the independence you've fought to keep. For years, we've clung to the belief that all vegetables are safe havens. But I've learned, through my own journey and the hard-earned wisdom of friends in their golden years, that our bodies grow more fragile, more sensitive. What once nourished us can now strain our digestion, burden our kidneys, and sap our energy. It's a jarring truth, but here's the hope. Understanding the shift can transform your life. Today, I'm revealing 8 vegetables seniors should avoid and safer alternatives to protect your health, restore your vitality, and keep you thriving well into your golden years. The reality of aging and vegetables. For decades, we've believed that all vegetables are healthy, a safe choice to keep us strong, energized, and independent as we get older. Yet, as I've learned from personal experience and the wisdom of friends in their golden years, our bodies become more sensitive and react differently to foods we once consumed without a second thought. The reality is that as we age, our digestive system becomes more delicate. Our kidneys struggle with certain minerals, and our bodies can't handle some foods like they used to. Vegetables, often perceived as harmless, even healthy, can actually lead to significant complications. Being aware of this can dramatically improve your quality of life. Here are 8 dangerous vegetables seniors should avoid, along with safer alternatives that can protect your health and vitality well into your golden years. 1. Spinach. The silent stone builder. Did you know that spinach, a vegetable you've trusted for decades as a nutritional powerhouse, could silently be causing harm as you age? For many seniors, spinach symbolizes vitality, strength, and good health. After all, who hasn't grown up hearing how spinach builds strong bones, sharpens vision, and boosts overall energy? But the truth is, as your body journeys through its later years, its needs change, and spinach can quietly transform from friend to foe, specifically due to its high content of oxalates, substances you may never have even considered before. Take my good friend Richard, a cheerful 74-year-old from California, who genuinely believed he was making the healthiest choice possible by starting every morning with a spinach-packed smoothie. Initially, he felt invigorated by this daily routine, proudly sharing his habit with friends and family, hoping they too would experience its benefits. But soon, Richard noticed strange pains creeping into his lower back, persistent fatigue clouding his afternoons, and discomfort he couldn't quite explain. A routine visit to the doctor brought clarity and a shock. Richard was developing kidney stones, painful calcium deposits linked directly to the excessive oxalates found abundantly in spinach. Oxalates, compounds naturally present in spinach, bind to calcium in your body and form crystals, ultimately creating painful kidney stones. For seniors, whose kidney function naturally declines over time, this poses an even greater threat, as stones can form silently, causing permanent kidney damage before any pain is ever felt. The trouble with spinach lies not only in the hidden formation of kidney stones, but also in its subtle interference with medications. Seniors taking blood-thinning medications, such as warfarin, may find that spinach's high vitamin K content quietly undermines their treatment, increasing the risk of dangerous blood clots or even internal bleeding. Yet, choosing safer alternatives doesn't mean sacrificing taste or nutrition. Consider incorporating vegetables like kale or arugula, cooked rather than raw, to reduce oxalate levels while still benefiting from vitamins and antioxidants. Swiss chard, steamed broccoli, or roasted carrots offer equally vibrant nutritional profiles, gently supporting your body's changing needs without hidden risks. Adapting your diet doesn't mean giving up on your favorite foods, but rather choosing wisely and staying mindful. Remember, the key to healthy aging isn't about restriction, It's about making informed decisions that protect your kidneys, boost your vitality, and enhance your independence. A simple dietary adjustment today can make a profound difference, safeguarding your health so you can continue enjoying life's precious moments for many years to come. 2. Eggplant, hidden inflammation culprit. As we grow older, maintaining our independence and quality of life becomes a top priority, often guiding us toward healthier food choices. But sometimes, the vegetables we think are nourishing our bodies may silently contribute to hidden discomforts we attribute simply to aging. Eggplant, a beloved staple known for its versatility in dishes like eggplant parmesan or roasted vegetable medleys, often slips under the radar. Yet beneath its rich purple skin lies a hidden danger that many seniors unknowingly face. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, which contains natural chemicals called alkaloids, particularly solanine. For younger adults, solanine rarely poses a problem. However, as our bodies age, sensitivities heighten, and what was once benign may now exacerbate inflammation and joint pain. Seniors battling arthritis or chronic inflammation might find their condition silently worsening after consuming eggplant regularly, attributing increased joint stiffness or flare-ups simply to the inevitability of getting older. They might never suspect that their favorite dinner could be quietly intensifying their discomfort. I witnessed this personally through my friend Evelyn, a warm-hearted 71-year-old who adored hosting family dinners featuring her famous eggplant lasagna. Cooking was Evelyn's way of expressing love, and eggplant was her signature ingredient. Gradually, however, Evelyn began experiencing debilitating joint pain. Her hands ached, and tasks she once cherished became burdensome chores. Initially, she attributed this decline purely to arthritis, something she felt powerless to prevent. But after conversations with her doctor and careful dietary evaluations, she discovered her beloved eggplant was contributing significantly to inflammation, causing pain that medication alone couldn't resolve. When Evelyn reluctantly removed eggplant from her diet, she felt a profound sense of loss, not just for a vegetable, but for the connection and tradition associated with it. Yet soon, she realized the freedom gained far outweighed the loss. Her joints felt looser, her pain diminished remarkably, and the joy of cooking returned, renewed by healthier alternatives such as zucchini, yellow squash, and sweet potatoes. As seniors, acknowledging that our bodies respond differently to familiar foods isn't a sign of weakness, but rather wisdom and strength. Recognizing these subtle impacts allows us to adapt gracefully, not merely accepting age-related discomfort as inevitable, but proactively safeguarding our well-being. Making mindful choices isn't just about avoiding hidden dangers. It's about embracing a life filled with comfort, joy, and vitality, long into our golden years. 3. Tomatoes, hidden acid, deep pain. Tomatoes often bring back memories of warm summer evenings, juicy slices on burgers, fresh salads shared with family, or comforting bowls of pasta sauce simmering slowly on the stove. To many of us seniors, tomatoes have symbolized freshness, health, and the simple joys of home-cooked meals for decades. But as we age, the vibrant tomato, once our culinary companion, might quietly turn against us, hiding discomfort beneath its bright red appeal. What few realize is that tomatoes carry a high acidic content, which can trigger or worsen digestive issues, particularly acid reflux or GERD, as we enter our 60s and beyond. The muscles that control digestion, especially the lower esophageal sphincter, gradually weaken. Foods we once consumed freely can now push stomach acid back into our throat, causing painful heartburn, sleepless nights, and chronic discomfort. My dear friend Eleanor, age 72 from North Carolina, adored tomatoes. She proudly tended her garden, nurturing tomatoes that neighbors praised year after year. Yet, Eleanor struggled silently, waking frequently in the night with a burning sensation in her throat, thinking it was simply a normal consequence of aging. The pain was subtle at first, but eventually became persistent, interfering with her sleep, her social life, and her happiness. What Eleanor didn't realize, and what many seniors unknowingly overlook, is how deeply tomatoes' acidity can harm the sensitive lining of the esophagus. Regular irritation from acidic foods can lead to esophagitis, erosion, and even more serious complications over time, conditions that quietly rob our vitality and enjoyment. Moreover, tomatoes' acidity can diminish the effectiveness of critical medications commonly prescribed to seniors, including heartburn medications, calcium supplements, and certain antibiotics, making treatments less predictable and sometimes less effective. These interactions are rarely discussed, yet they profoundly influence our daily comfort and long-term health. But removing tomatoes from your diet doesn't have to mean losing flavor or joy in your meals. Sweet red bell peppers, zucchini, or carrots offer vibrant, flavorful alternatives without the harsh acidity. Making this mindful switch isn't simply about avoiding discomfort. It's about reclaiming a sense of control, dignity, and quality of life in these precious later years. By thoughtfully adapting our eating habits, we ensure our golden years remain vibrant, joyful, and free from unnecessary suffering. Your meals can still bring warmth, satisfaction, and happiness, helping you savor each moment with the comfort and peace you deserve. 4. Raw broccoli, digestive distress. Trigger. Broccoli has always been celebrated as one of nature's healthiest vegetables, praised for its abundant fiber, antioxidants, and cancer-fighting properties. It's no surprise that many seniors eagerly include it raw in their salads or vegetable platters, confident they're doing right by their health. But as we age, our bodies evolve, and what was once an easy-to-digest snack can now silently lead to discomfort and unexpected digestive distress. Raw broccoli, although nutritious, carries hidden sugars and fibers, specifically raffinose, that aging digestive systems struggle to break down. As we grow older, our digestive enzymes become less efficient, our stomach acid weakens, and the ability to comfortably process certain foods diminishes significantly. This leads to bloating, painful gas, stomach cramps, and persistent discomfort, symptoms many seniors mistakenly attribute to natural aging rather than dietary choices. I remember my dear friend Gladys, a vibrant 76-year-old from Vermont, who prided herself on maintaining a diet filled with fresh, raw vegetables. She especially loved broccoli florets, dipped in ranch dressing as a daily snack, firmly believing she was making excellent nutritional choices. However, she began noticing recurring episodes of stomach pain, bloating, and uncomfortable gas that significantly impacted her quality of life. Initially, she blamed these symptoms on aging alone, never suspecting her trusted broccoli could be the culprit. Only after persistent discomfort led her to seek medical advice did she realize her beloved broccoli was causing the distress. Her doctor gently explained that as we age, the enzymes necessary to break down raw vegetables become less effective. Gladys was shocked that a seemingly innocent food could cause such trouble. She reluctantly began to steam her broccoli instead, and within weeks, her symptoms greatly improved, restoring her quality of life and confidence in social situations. This subtle shift, simply steaming or gently roasting broccoli instead of eating it raw, can profoundly improve digestion without sacrificing nutrition. It reminds us that graceful aging isn't about denying ourselves pleasure, but about adapting thoughtfully to the body's changing needs. Choosing cooked broccoli over raw is a small adjustment, but the benefit is significant. It's a choice that honors the natural changes your body undergoes, empowering you to continue enjoying the food you love, free from unnecessary pain, and supporting your health and well-being in meaningful, lasting ways. 5. Canned vegetables. Hidden salt crisis. Throughout our lives, convenience has often guided our choices, especially when it comes to food. For many seniors, canned vegetables are practical, easy to prepare, and seemingly harmless. Who among us hasn't reached for a can of green beans or corn to effortlessly complement our dinners, believing we're making nutritious choices for our bodies? Yet, beneath the convenience lies a silent danger that can profoundly impact our health as we age: excessive sodium. As we reach our 60s and beyond, our bodies become more sensitive to salt. High sodium intake contributes directly to elevated blood pressure, placing additional strain on hearts already working tirelessly to support us through our golden years. The kidneys, too, lose some of their natural ability to filter sodium efficiently, meaning the excess salt from canned vegetables can quietly accumulate, causing fluid retention, swollen ankles, and undue stress on the cardiovascular system. My friend Barbara, a lively and spirited 75-year-old from Texas, had never considered the hidden risks lurking in her pantry. She loved cooking quick, nutritious meals for her grandchildren, often incorporating canned vegetables into her recipes to save time and energy. Gradually, Barbara noticed increased swelling in her legs, shortness of breath, and fatigue she attributed simply to getting older. It wasn't until a routine doctor's appointment revealed alarmingly high blood pressure and sodium levels that she understood how deeply canned vegetables were affecting her health. Initially, Barbara felt betrayed by something she trusted so completely. After all, weren't vegetables supposed to be the healthiest choice she could make? But this realization inspired her to explore fresh and frozen alternatives, reconnecting her to the joy of preparing meals from scratch, rediscovering vibrant flavors, and significantly improving her well-being. The swelling diminished, her blood pressure stabilized, and she regained her energy and optimism. The journey Barbara took isn't just about avoiding sodium. It's about reclaiming a sense of control, dignity, and vitality at a stage when every moment matters. By choosing fresh or frozen vegetables over canned ones, you're actively safeguarding your heart, kidneys, and overall well-being. It's more than a dietary change. It's an empowering decision that affirms your commitment to living not only longer, but healthier and happier, cherishing each day as it comes. 6. Eggplant. Allergies you didn't expect. As we journey through our senior years, we often cherish the familiar comforts of our favorite foods. Eggplant, with its rich color, delicate texture, and versatile nature, has long been a treasured staple in kitchens across America. Whether it's a comforting eggplant parmesan shared during family gatherings, or a delightful grilled eggplant dish enjoyed on peaceful evenings, this vegetable holds sentimental value for many older adults. Yet, despite years of enjoyment without any issues, eggplant can suddenly trigger unexpected allergic reactions in seniors. Reactions that are frequently misunderstood, overlooked, or dismissed as just another sign of aging. Eggplants are part of the nightshade family, and they carry certain proteins that closely mimic those found in latex. For many seniors, sensitivity or allergies to latex can quietly emerge with age, without any obvious warning. The symptoms often start subtly, perhaps a mild itching sensation after dinner, or a vague stomachache you quickly dismiss. Over time, these mild symptoms can escalate, becoming more serious, causing swelling, digestive distress, or even breathing difficulties, catching you completely off guard. My friend William, a dignified and thoughtful 73-year-old from Michigan, cherished his evening ritual of roasted eggplant dishes, something he'd enjoyed for decades without issue. But recently, after meals, he began experiencing persistent digestive discomfort and sudden, unexplained skin rashes. William initially dismissed these symptoms as just another aspect of aging, never suspecting that his beloved vegetable was causing these alarming reactions. It wasn't until a doctor's visit, prompted by escalating symptoms, that he learned about his newfound eggplant allergy, linked to latex sensitivity. For William, giving up eggplant felt deeply personal, as though he was losing a small piece of his past. But in time, he discovered that making a mindful dietary adjustment didn't have to diminish his enjoyment of meals. He embraced zucchini, squash, and mushrooms as delicious substitutes, reconnecting with the joy of food and dining without fear or discomfort. Being mindful of these hidden sensitivities isn't about restriction. It's about maintaining control, independence, and dignity in our later years. Understanding how our bodies change empowers us to adapt gracefully. Choosing safer, gentler alternatives ensures every meal continues to nourish and comfort us, without the unexpected pain or worry. After all, aging beautifully means recognizing and respecting our evolving needs, embracing change, and savoring life fully with confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. 7. Corn, hidden sugar bomb. For many seniors across America, corn evokes cherished memories. Sunlit picnics in summer fields, family barbecues with buttery ears roasting on the grill, and holiday dinners featuring comforting cornbread passed down through generations. This simple vegetable represents not just nutrition, but tradition, warmth, and the comfort of home. But as we gracefully age, it's essential to recognize that our bodies change in subtle, yet significant ways, altering how we respond to foods we've loved all our lives. Corn, innocently sweet and comforting, can quietly become a hidden sugar bomb, especially for those of us managing diabetes or struggling with blood sugar stability. Corn contains carbohydrates and natural sugars that quickly break down into glucose in the bloodstream. Younger bodies easily handle these rapid sugar spikes, but as we pass the age of 60, our cells naturally become less efficient at absorbing glucose, insulin production slows, and our bodies can no longer cope gracefully with sudden surges in blood sugar. Over time, consistently elevated glucose levels can silently damage blood vessels, nerves, and organs, increasing the risk of diabetes complications and diminishing overall quality of life. I vividly recall my good friend Patricia, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Ohio, who had always believed she maintained a healthy, balanced diet. Corn on the cob was a staple at her table, a comforting reminder of childhood summers on her grandparents' farm. However, Patricia noticed persistent fatigue, blurred vision, and troubling sensations of numbness in her feet. She dismissed these symptoms at first, assuming they were unavoidable aspects of aging. But when routine checkups revealed dangerously unstable blood sugar levels, her doctor gently explained the culprit: her beloved corn. The emotional impact was profound. Patricia felt betrayed by something she considered wholesome and harmless. Yet, it was in facing this disappointment that she discovered new paths toward wellness. She embraced alternatives like cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles, and roasted vegetables. Options rich in fiber, flavor, and comfort without the hidden sugar spike. With these small, thoughtful changes, Patricia regained control over her blood sugar, restoring her energy, independence, and confidence. Choosing to adapt our diets doesn't mean letting go of the foods we cherish. It means consciously nurturing our health, safeguarding our independence, and embracing life's precious moments with strength, clarity, and joy. 8. Potatoes, joint pain. Amplifier. Potatoes are more than just a food. They're part of our cultural heritage, woven deeply into memories of Sunday dinners, festive holidays, and comforting meals shared around family tables. Whether baked, mashed, or fried, this humble vegetable often symbolizes warmth, comfort, and connection. Yet, as we gracefully enter our senior years, our bodies gently whisper reminders that some old favorites may no longer be serving us well. Surprisingly, potatoes, especially when cooked at high temperatures, can quietly amplify joint pain and inflammation, significantly impacting the comfort and quality of life we deeply treasure. The hidden culprit is a chemical compound known as acrylamide, produced naturally when potatoes are fried, roasted, or baked at high heat. Over time, acrylamide builds up in our bodies, subtly increasing inflammation and aggravating arthritis or joint discomfort. Many seniors unknowingly experience worsening stiffness, increased joint pain, and decreased mobility, attributing these symptoms solely to age and not recognizing the connection to their favorite comfort foods. My dear friend Frank, a spirited and active 78-year-old from Kentucky, cherished his weekly gatherings with family around a hearty dinner that inevitably included crispy roasted potatoes, his signature dish. Over the years, Frank noticed his arthritis gradually becoming more painful and restrictive. He struggled with activities that once brought him joy, such as gardening or playing catch with his grandchildren, attributing these setbacks to inevitable aging. But after careful consultation, Frank discovered the potatoes he loved were triggering inflammation, silently exacerbating his joint pain and limiting his freedom. Realizing this connection was emotionally challenging, Frank felt as though he was losing part of his identity and heritage. But this awareness inspired him to seek healthier alternatives that could offer comfort without the hidden pain. By substituting potatoes with vibrant, nutrient-rich options like roasted sweet potatoes or butternut squash, vegetables known to actively reduce inflammation rather than trigger it, Frank gradually reclaimed his mobility, rediscovered his zest for life, and regained the joy of activities he'd quietly given up. This isn't about deprivation, nor about giving up cherished traditions. It's about listening thoughtfully to our bodies, respecting the subtle messages they send us, and embracing choices that truly nurture our well-being. After all, graceful aging isn't defined by what we must surrender, but by what we wisely choose, allowing us to fully enjoy every meaningful moment life continues to offer, making smarter, safer choices as we age. Throughout our lives, food has been more than just nourishment. It's comfort, nostalgia, and tradition. But growing older means learning to listen more closely to our bodies, recognizing that they speak a different language in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. Foods once trusted without hesitation may now quietly impact our health in ways we never anticipated. Yet this realization isn't a limitation. Rather, it's an empowering moment, a gentle reminder that wisdom and adaptability go hand in hand, guiding us toward a life filled with strength, vitality, and joyful independence. Avoiding these dangerous vegetables doesn't mean losing something valuable. Instead, it creates space for new discoveries, fresh tastes, safer alternatives, and a renewed sense of control over our health. Choosing wisely becomes a profound act of self-care, reflecting our commitment to longevity and quality of life. It's never too late to adjust our habits, embrace change, and continue thriving. Let's remember that aging gracefully isn't about restriction, but about mindful choices. Listening to our bodies today ensures we live tomorrow more vibrantly, fully, and independently. After all, every decision we make now shapes how richly and beautifully we experience the golden years ahead, years we deserve to live with dignity, health, and joy. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.